Alright, so for this video, it's going to be a sit-down video. I just want to have a chat with you guys about kind of what has been going on. I know by the title of this, you guys are probably like, okay, like, what the hell is happening? So to catch you guys up, this has probably been going on for 8 to 9 months now. The first time this, I'll call it like an incident, happened, I was actually in California, and it was the first period that I had after I'd had my miscarriage. So I had been expecting my cramps to be like a little bit worse than normal, but that night I actually decided not to go out because they were so bad. And then all of a sudden, I think it was like midnight, I got out of bed because my cramps were so bad, and my body all of a sudden just got so sweaty. Everything was spinning, turned white, and then I ended up just passing out because when I woke up, I was on the ground. Don't know how long I had been there, and I was like, shit, like what's going on? And this pain, like guys, I have a really high pain tolerance. I mean, look at my body. I'm covered in tattoos. Like I can put up with pain, but I've never been in so much pain in my entire life. Like I would not wish this pain on my worst enemy. It felt like my body, like someone was taking my uterus and like turning it like this. So I was on the toilet and I was trying to get a hold of like my friends because I was like, shit, like I don't want to be in a hotel room by myself. And I ended up passing out again, this time falling onto the bathroom floor. And I had gashed open my head, which I didn't even know that I had done this because the pain of my stomach was so bad. You probably could have amputated my leg and I would not have felt it. Got a hold of my friend. She came back to the room and was like, shit, like you need to get stitches for this. Like your head is gashed open. So to make a long story short, we got that all figured out. The next day, my body was sore, but I was fine. And this didn't happen again the rest of my period. So when I got back from California, I went to my doctors and they just kept saying, oh, it's just like low pain tolerance. You just have bad periods, like whatever. And I knew that like something was wrong. Then my next period came, and then the first night, it's always the first night, I got those pains again, and I was like, I looked over at Connor and I was like, it's happening, like I can feel them coming on. And then what do you know, boom, passed out on the floor. He gave me like cold cloths and stuff, and we were kind of like, should we call 911? Should we call an ambulance? And I was like, no, like it's fine, because I mean, the pain lasts for like, I'm gonna say 10 minutes I'm in that excruciating pain, which those 10 minutes feel like 10 hours, but after the pain comes and subsides, I don't feel fine, but the pain has stopped. So anything, just the relief is all I'm looking for. So you guys kind of get the picture. It's just every month I have to kind of gamble or be afraid that, you know, are these cramps going to come back or are they not? To the point where, you know, last week I was asked to go to Toronto with my friend and I literally said no because I knew I was going to be getting my period and I didn't want that to happen to me while I was away. And now I'm kind of thankful that I didn't go away because last week I did end up getting my period, and that night those cramps happened again. I feel like I shouldn't even call them cramps because it's not even cramps. It's this feeling, like I can feel it coming on. Took some Advil, but I found myself on the toilet again and then woke up and I was on the ground and I was home by myself. I didn't know what I should do, and this pain just takes over my body to the point where I was convulsing on the floor. Like my arms were twitching, my body was dripping in sweat, and I was like, you know what, like I just need to call the ambulance because I don't know, like what if I pass out and I don't wake up? So I ended up calling an ambulance, and they could hear in my voice how distraught I was, so I was told to like keep on the line with them. So finally the ambulance gets to my house, they get me on the stretcher, they send me to the hospital, they gave me a shot in my butt of something that really relieved the pain. I ended up staying, so that probably happened at 12 o'clock, like midnight. I stayed in the hospital until 4 in the morning, just like doing tests. Nobody could figure out what was going on, which I can't tell you how frustrating it is. But basically they said, okay, I'm free to go, I can leave. But I went there in an ambulance, so I didn't really have a way of getting home. And meanwhile, I've been trying to get a hold of my dad, who was in California, and Connor, who has been sleeping. And finally, I got a hold of Connor and I was like, yeah, babe, I'm in the hospital right now. Connor had to come rescue me from the hospital at like, I think 5 in the morning, and he worked at 7 in the morning, and it was a mess. After I go through this, I can't tell you how tired and fatigued my body is from all the stress it goes through that night. So I just wanted to insert a clip right now because this video was actually filmed about a month ago because I had the full intention of letting you guys know what has been going on, since I feel like it's very long overdue. But with that being said, when I explained about the incidents occurring kind of like one really bad day and then I kind of feel better, that is how it was. But this month, it's actually been 4 days since this has happened again, and I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's the pain medication that I'm on. I went to the doctors, got some pretty heavy pain meds, and Now it's been 4 days and I still have I haven't been out of the house in 4 days. I haven't gotten out of my sweatpants. I've been sleeping for hours on end and I feel like it's getting worse, if that makes sense. This time around was a completely different experience. I'm just not used to feeling bad for this long. Usually it's like the really bad passing out and then I just feel a little bit better the next day, but it's been 4 days and I still feel like it's day 1 or day 2. So anyways, I just wanted to throw that in here. I'm just not feeling the best right now, but again, I have a specialist appointment coming up. Hopefully I can get some answers, but yeah, I'll let you guys watch the rest of the video and hopefully I can start feeling better soon. I think the only kind of lead that we've gotten is maybe it being endometriosis, but the only way to actually like 110% know if that is what it is to have a surgery, because I know that just doing like pelvic exams or even like an ultrasound or an x-ray, it's not 100%. And I think the reason why it took me so long to finally make this video or to update you guys with what's been going on is just because I've been nervous. I know that a lot of people online like to critique and judge, and I don't want you guys to sit here and try and like diagnose me or tell me what I'm doing wrong. And I also just want some of my life to be private, but I feel like this has become such a big part of my life and it's really affecting like my mood and how I feel. I just don't feel like myself right now, and I feel like I wanted to give you guys an explanation to kind of like why. So it's been quite the journey these past few months. If you do follow me and watch my vlogs, I will keep you guys 110% updated on like how I'm feeling and how things are. And thank you for being so patient with me while I kind of like just take some time for myself, because I know I haven't been as active on here and I've just been a little bit glum in my moods lately, and I don't want you guys to worry about me, so don't worry about me. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on like what's been going on in case anything changes or anything has to happen in the future. At least you guys kind of know a brief, I tend to blabble a lot, but kind of a brief summary of like what has been going on the past few months. So that is it, and I will see all of you little nuggets in the next video, which will probably be a vlog very soon.